Hey everybody, Tom Barnes, stories from the 78, heading out to a little road trip to Galena, Illinois to Eagle Ridge Resort. It's got golf courses galore, fine dining, hiking, paddleboards, fishing, the whole thing. I'm going to talk to Colin now for this story from the 78 out at Eagle Ridge. Look at this spot here. It is absolutely beautiful, picturesque. 10th hole of the General at Eagle Ridge Resort and Spa, and I'm here with my friend Colin. How you doing, Colin?
Great. How are you?
I'm
Good to
doing
see you.
well. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
It's great to have you out here.
So we were just outside of Galena, Illinois, and here lies this golf mecca, 4 golf courses. It's a golfer's paradise is what I'm trying to say.
It is. It is. We're right here. This is actually 6,800 acres of the Galena Territory, and Eagle Ridge Resort and Spa is right smack in the middle of it. And we're standing here at the famed General Golf Course, as you just mentioned, the 10th hole, and we're looking down at the 18th green. So, yeah, it's a majestic place.
And this is a culmination of 2 courses that kind of end right here, correct? Where you kind of have this new spot that just was built in the last couple of years.
So Highlands Restaurant was built really during the COVID period, and we built out the restaurant and put this deck, and the deck reaches out to the 18th green. At one time, the 18th green was really the 9th hole. So we switched the holes and turned them around a little bit. So now you finish up on the 18th green, and during the season, you'll see a lot of golfers up there on the deck cheering on their friends as they come in and putting out on the 18th.
And so for folks who don't know, we took a little tour earlier where we kind of saw the other 2 golf courses, and you said a lot of people say to you, I never knew this was here, or how did I not know?
You know, we get that all the time. You know, a lot of people are coming from Chicago. That's a lot of our business is coming from Chicago. So it's a 2.5-hour drive, and during that drive for the first 2 hours, it is nothing but flat.
Yeah.
30 minutes outside here, as you start getting into Stockton, you start noticing you're going up and down hills, and then you get to Eagle Ridge Resort, and this was unscathed by the glaciers back during the ice ages. So what you're seeing here is just the natural beauty of the land and its hills and vistas, and as I mentioned to you earlier, we have a lake, and we also have a beautiful waterfall.
Right, and talk about that lake because it's not small. It's a big lake, and you could even take a pontoon out on it, right?
So it's a 22-acre lake. It's a man-made lake, and it's not small at all. It takes about an hour to get around. We only use pontoons, so what's really nice about that is it's very quiet. You don't have a lot of motorboats making a lot of noise, so it's very nice just to get out and take a nice leisurely ride around the lake. And I may have mentioned, best fishing in the Midwest. We have more fish. People love coming out here just to go fishing.
Oh, so it's like a real gamer's paradise because you got golf, you got fishing, and I imagine right now the sun's setting, you have some cocktails for some of the restaurants you have here as well. As you mentioned the Highlands here, but you have another one.
We have Highlands Restaurant, which we just mentioned, Lounge 289, which you can see up here. That's the deck that you see. We also have a fine dining restaurant down at the main inn, which is Woodlands Restaurant, and then Woodlands Lounge. So plenty of places to eat, that is for sure. So if you want a casual dining experience, come out up to Highlands. If you want something a little bit more formal, a little bit more relaxing, then I would go to Woodlands Restaurant.
And you also have like a little general store as well for folks who don't want to go all the way into town perhaps. They can just come here because it's sprawling. It's 6,800 acres, you said?
6,800 acres, and we call this the Galena Territory. So the country store has just about everything you need for a great weekend or a great week out here. So we have a lot of homeowners that live out here that would travel to or shop at the country store. But we have a lot of our renters that stay here with the Eagle Ridge, and they can order food online and we can deliver it to their home, or they can come to the country store and pick it up themselves. So it's a great amenity for the people who are staying with Eagle Ridge.
And going back to the sport a little bit, you got hiking, lots of hiking, right?
So, you know, everybody believes we're just a golf resort, but let's talk about that. We have pontoon boating, as we mentioned. We have 22 miles of hiking and biking trails.
22 miles.
Throughout the entire territory. So it is very picturesque, very, very good hiking. So it can get strenuous in some parts, but really it's very nice. And they're all either paved trails or groomed trails. So that's a great opportunity for people who love to get to the outdoors. We also have an equestrian center. Shenandoah Riding Center is just, if you can see, it's just over the hill this way.
Just beyond there.
But a great riding center. They have rides from from somebody who's never been on a horse to somebody who's an experienced rider. So, and anything from kids to adults. So a great place. And besides that, we have tennis courts. So we have just about everything for anyone and from any ages. So great place to come out. If you just want to relax, we're a great
There's
place
a spa.
for that as well. So let's talk about the
Yeah,
spa.
please do.
So the
I'm
spa,
gonna enjoy myself there.
So we have our new Stone Drift Spa used to be in the inn itself, and it was about a 3,500 square foot spa. We moved it out of the inn and actually built a new spa in the location where our old general store was. So we went from 3,000 square feet almost to 12,000 square feet with 3 times as many treatment centers. We have a great relaxation room. We have a whirlpool. We have a sauna for both men and women. So it is a unbelievable place. And when people walk in there, it's just, they love it.
Oh, I bet. And I imagine when you come at certain times of the year, you have this very unique aspect of the resort, which is the balloons. Explain.
So we have a Galena on the fly that takes off every day starting in the middle of May, and they fly right from our recreation field, which is right outside the inn. He flies every night and every morning, as long as the weather is okay. But we also have what we call the Great Galena Balloon Race, and that's always the third full weekend in June. And we have about 15 to 20 balloonists that come out. It's a festival throughout the whole weekend. They have a balloon race on Sunday morning. It is a lot of fun. We have a live band that plays on Friday and Saturday nights. We have all kinds of food, all kinds of games for the kids, and it's just a great weekend.
And I imagine people would get here, then they want to extend their stay, the whole thing, just because I think once people who have never been here come to check this out, realize how close you are to Galena, and then you have this spot here. It is truly something very unique in the Midwest for sure, if not the country, just because, like you said, it is flat from Chicago until about, 30 miles outside of this place, and then the hills start happening. And you're not far. You have Galena, you have the Field of Dreams, which is not that far away for any movie buffs that know what that movie's all about. So it's a fun little weekend getaway.
It is. And Galena, the historic Galena, is just 7 miles from the resort. And of course, it's, like I mentioned, it's a historic town. It's going to turn 200 years old in 2026. So it's a great place to go shopping, and it's all boutique type stores, great restaurants. I'll call out Fried Greens and Vinnie Venucci's and Dirty Gertz, and you name it. Great restaurants down there. And the nice thing about it, everybody's so friendly. They're very welcoming. And this is a great town for people to come and enjoy. And, you know, many of the guests that we have that stay with us have been coming here for 30 years or more. So,
well, and you mentioned the chef has worked here for, did you say 40 years?
40 years. He was here.
That's incredible.
He started when he was 16 years old as a dishwasher and worked his way up to our executive chef, and he is amazing. And in fact, you're going to try some of the food tonight, I believe, at Woodlands Restaurant.
Absolutely. So I look forward to that. And folks that want to come out here, what's the best way for them to go about securing their rooms and their stays and their golf game and the whole thing?
So the best thing to do is really go to our website, www.eagleridge.com. What people don't realize is not only do we have guest rooms, but we also have over 100 homes, condos, and villas that they can rent through us.
Which makes you guys even more unique than before. Of all that right there, it's not just hotel.
We have everything for everyone. So if you just like staying in hotels, great. If you like more of a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom villa, we have that as well. We have homes that go from 4 bedrooms all the way up to 10,000 square foot homes.
So yeah, family reunions, bachelor parties, bachelorette parties, the whole thing.
Mecca for weddings, bachelor parties, I mentioned weddings, family reunions, and of course, golfers.
Golfers, yep. I mean, and the evening is upon us. Everybody's about to head inside and have a drink and have dinner. And I imagine you will too, sir. So I'm going to bid you adieu for now, but thank you for taking time again. And real quick, again, the website for, and you mentioned all those options are right there on the site.
All the options are on our website, www.eagleridge.com.
Well, Colin, thank you very much for taking time to chat with me, and the tour was wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, that is the story from the 78 out here at Eagle Ridge in Galena. TomBarneyChicago@gmail.com. If you have a story from the 78 suggestion, hit me up at the website, storiesfromthe78.com. I'll go anywhere, really, for a good story, including to Galena. Come check it out. Not only do they have this beautiful area of Eagle Ridge, they have downtown Galena, which is home to one of my favorite movies, Field of Dreams, and also Field of Dreams. So there's that whole thing. Thanks for watching.